Hey there, folks. Tim Slade here, and welcome to this month's community challenge recap. Has a little bit of a mouthful that I'm still getting used to. For those of you who are new to the eLearning Designers Academy and eLearning Designers community, every month we host a monthly community challenge to help eLearning designers out there, new and experienced alike, practice building their skills in all sorts of interesting ways. Last month, we redesigned some ugly PowerPoint slides and converted them into engaging interactive e-learning slides. And this month was all focused on building your e-learning or instructional design portfolio in Google Sites. And one of the things that I've noticed as I've talked to different folks looking to get into e-learning and instructional design, and more importantly, those who are trying to build their portfolio, one of the biggest barriers that they run into is just getting started, right? Picking a tool and figuring out what their design or their website might look like. And so this one's challenge was focused on using Google Sites to at least get something up and running really quickly. And the reason I like Google Sites is not only has it come a really long way in recent years, but even if you plan on using a more intricate website building tool to design your website, Google Sites is a great place to get familiar with the concepts of web design and web design layout and mobile responsiveness. And Google Sites is completely free. And so it's a great place to get started and playing around and learning the intricacies of web development. So for this month's October's 2021 Community Challenge Recap, we're going to start by looking at some of the submissions we received this month. And of course, I'll spend some time showing you how I would develop a portfolio in Google Sites. So if you want to get a sense of how Google Sites works, you will definitely want to stick around for that. And of course, if you didn't get a chance to participate in October's challenge, you can still participate. So I will include a link down in the description for where you can not only participate in the challenge, but see all of the great submissions that everyone submitted. So let's get to it. So let me share my screen. All right, so here we are in the community for October's community challenge on building sites in building your portfolio in Google Sites. And like I said, I was so thrilled with the response we received. So many people built their very first portfolio using Google Sites. And I'm just going to take you through some of the ones that were submitted just so we can kind of see what they looked like, what's possible with Google Sites, and some of the cool things different people did. Without sounding biased, I will say one of my favorite submissions was Z's. Z was actually the first person to submit her portfolio for this month's challenge. And one of the things I really liked about what Z did with her portfolio is she included these really interesting animated GIFs into her portfolio. And when you look at this at first glance, you wouldn't know this was built using Google Sites. But one of the things that I talked to Z about after she shared this is that she created these animated GIFs using Canva and then exported them as animated GIFs, and she uses them as the background. What I really like about Z's portfolio here is not only does it show her personality, which I love, but it also tells us exactly who she is, and it tells us what she specializes in. So learning experience design, a mix of art and science, which I absolutely love. And whenever you're building your portfolio, that's the thing you want to have happen, right? When somebody gets to your page or to your website, you want to tell them right away who you are and what it is that you specialize in. Don't say things like, welcome to my e-learning portfolio. People already know that they're at your e-learning portfolio. Tell them what it is that you specialize in, right? And I think Z did a really good job with that. And she's created this really nice full screen cover image for her portfolio. The other thing that I really like that Z did is she's created a dedicated solutions page to highlight some of her specific skills. So learning experience design, e-learning development, consulting, creative content writing. And I think that's always important. And not only does it help viewers see what you specialize in, but it's also really good for SEO optimization. And then, of course, on her portfolio page, she provides a series of different portfolio examples that I really love. And she did a really good job putting them into these different mock-ups, which we've talked about before, as interesting ways to present your courses in a way that others can see what they look like in the wild, right? And if we go into one of the portfolio examples, Here's another thing, a really great thing that I like about what Z did in here is she outlined really simply the problem, solution, audience tools in a really visually engaging way. Of course, she has the embedded version of the course here that people can go through, which is fantastic, which I like. Very good. All right, so that was Z's portfolio. Thank you so much for sharing that one, Z. I really loved it. All right, so here we are with our next portfolio, which is Ting's portfolio. And I think similar to Z's, one of the things I really like about this portfolio and what Ting did here, again, you wouldn't know this is Google Sites. And what Ting did was, again, did the animated GIFs, I believe, from Canva, and used this as sort of the banner image for her portfolio. She also includes a nice headshot, tells us who she is, and some really, and a quick reference to one of her portfolio items. And if we go in here, then we go into the actual portfolio. I love the use of these icons telling us what tools she used, the targeted learners, learning goals, design ideas. And this is a really great example of what I would say is like a case study type portfolio where she's outlining all of the content, outlining her design ideas and her thought process, which is a really great way to help potential hiring managers or clients understand your thinking. And of course, she has a link directly to the course itself, which is fantastic. And of course, she has a dedicated About Me page, which looks great. Very good. Thanks, Ting. That was a really great example. All right, our next submission came from Rula. I hope I said your name correctly, Rula. Again, another portfolio in Google Sites. And what I'm really loving about these examples, in contrast with Z's and Ting's portfolio, is that Rula's portfolio does really great, demonstrates really well the diversity and the way that you can design portfolios with Google Sites. And so she has this 50-50 layout with an image here, and of course, telling us who she is, and a call to action for people who want to connect with her. And then we dive right into her portfolio. One of the things that I really like about Rula's portfolio is that she stays really on brand. You have the yellow color here, and then the use of these types of graphics. And even, the colors here in this graphic match the colors used throughout her website, which I really, really appreciate. And of course, on her portfolio page, she has different portfolio examples here as well, which I really like. And then also, I did notice, if I can get to it, maybe it's on the About Me page, yes. If you go to Rula's LinkedIn profile, she carries over the branding here as well. The yellow color, the same use of iconography, which I think is super important, and to keep everything consistent in that sense. So thank you, Rula, for sharing this. I really like this example. All right, our next one comes from Alicia, and Alicia fully admits that she was just having fun here, playing around with Google Sites. I still love this example only because it takes me back to the early 2000s, late 90s MySpace era with all the interesting textures and the colorful iMacs and the overhead projectors and animated old animated GIFs and the visitor count. I think the only thing that's missing is her top 8 friends from MySpace. So, what I like about this, obviously, Alicia admits that, this isn't her series portfolio. But what I like about it and what I would recommend for everybody is, even if all you do is go in and play with Google Sites and create something as brutal, which is actually design style, brutalism, as this, it gives you a really great opportunity to see how Google Sites works and understand how the web design process works with a tool like Google Sites. So even if you create something totally and I see some Spice Girls back there, as ridiculous as this, it gives you a good chance to see what's possible with Google Sites. So I love this one, Alicia. Thanks for sharing. Okay, our next one comes from Sharon. Tavares. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, Sharon. Either way, I love this. This is another really great portfolio. Let me go to our front page, actually. What I like about what Sharon's done here is Sharon has really done a really great job of keeping things visually consistent and on brand. And so you can see she uses these colors. She has a little logo mark here, and she uses that up here. One of the things that I really like that Sharon didn't do is she didn't try to take this whole logo and put it up here. She, did the text with a little bit of a logo, and I think that's fantastic. We have a little bit of a video where she introduces herself. What I like about videos like these is that not only does it help introduce you to whoever your audience is, potential clients, hiring managers, it also in turn illustrates your design skills and your video creation skills. So it kind of serves a dual purpose. And I do something very similar on my portfolio. So I love that. And then we have her different portfolio examples. And then I like how she segmented her work. E-learning development, multimedia, instructional design, graphic design, with, of course, the use of the icons. Those look really, really great. Same thing with her portfolio. Provide some information. What tools did she use? Her role within it. I like that. Graphic design. Instructional design. Very good. And a call to action at the end. I like that. Very good. Thank you much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharon, for sharing this. All right. Our next one comes from Harpreet. I apologize if I mispronounced your name, Harpreet. Harpreet developed this one also in Google Sites. And it's a very clean layout. One of the things that I noticed that Harpreet did in this portfolio example is these appear to be images that she created outside of Google Sites and embedded them, which is nice. I mean, this looks good on a desktop device. The only issues you run into stuff like this is with mobile responsiveness. So you can see how it makes that small. And then, of course, there's no SEO optimization with these static images. But one of the things that I would encourage Harpreet to do, and I've mentioned this before, is this is a good way to get started, putting in some images to kind of set the style for your portfolio, but then see how could you recreate this look and feel using some of the different layouts and text blocks and multimedia blocks within Google Sites. But I really like the clean visual style and the graphics being used and the colors. It's a really good start to a portfolio. All right, our next one came from Jerryrix. Thank you so much for submitting this one, Jerry. This one uses a more interesting layout with the sidebar here, which is something you can do in Google Sites. And one of the things I really like that Jerry did in her portfolio that she built is she hit a couple of birds with one stone, if you will. On her front page, we not only get to see her name and what she does, we get to see a picture of her, what she specializes in, and I get a lot of information really quickly about Jerry, which I really, really like. And of course, we can click into these to learn more about her e-learning work, her graphic design work, and you see that represented here in the sidebar, which I really like. Very good. Thank you, Jerry. All right, and our final one comes from Terry Jenkinson. Hey, Terry. Let's go back to the homepage here. Again, just like the other ones, what I really like here that Terry's done is she has told us who she is, what she specializes in, with a really nice full cover front page. And of course, we can scroll down here to get some links to her social media accounts and to contact her. And then, of course, we have her portfolio. One of the things that I really like about these types of layouts, even though she only has a couple of examples in here, it's easily scalable. She can easily recreate this list as long as she wants to add more examples as she continues to grow her portfolio. So thank you so much, Terry, for sharing that. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I want to show you how I'd go about building a portfolio in Google Sites, just so you can kind of understand what the design process looks like. If you've never used Google Sites, this will give you a good, quick introduction to it. Google Sites has come a really long way over the years. Google Sites has been around for well over 15 years at least. And the websites that you used to be able to create with Google Sites were very old and not very, modern looking, but they've really come a long way nowadays. You can create a full-fledged website and a blog that's mobile responsive completely for free with Google Sites. And I'll show you some different ways I've used Google Sites in the past. And most recently, one of the ways I've used Google Sites is when I've done private workshops for different clients. I've used it to create simple workshop pages like this, where I can send, the students to, and they can get all of their course materials from here as well. And so it's a really simple way of creating, off-the-cuff ad hoc websites as well. But you can also create full-on websites. And like I said, if you've never built a website before, a great place to start learning about website design is maybe with a Google Sites website. So you can at least understand how you might structure your website, lay it out, even if you plan on moving to a different tool in the future. So to create a new website, we're just going to start with we'll start with a blank one, but I'll mention also there are several different templates you can choose from to get started. Some of them look better than others. They're not all amazing, but they give you a good sense of what's possible. They even have a portfolio template, and I have a couple portfolio templates actually. So I'm just going to create one from scratch. I'm going to go back here, create a blank portfolio. And you get a page like this. And you'll notice here at the top is this banner here. And in the world of web design and web development, this is what's known as the hero. And the hero is the space where it's kind of like the front page of a newspaper, right? Have you ever heard the phrase above the fold or below the fold, right? This is everything above the fold. And what you put in your hero is you right front and center tell people who you are and what it is that you do. And that's why it's kind of called the hero section, right? And so what I'm going to do right off the bat here is I'm going to name my portfolio up here. We're going to call this Tim Slade's eLearning portfolio. And you'll see that it populates the name here, but we don't have to keep that there. We can actually replace this with a logo, which I'll do in a minute. But who am I? Well, if I'm going to introduce myself, like I said earlier, I don't want to say, hey, welcome to my portfolio. People already know that, right? So you want to tell people who you are, what it is that you do. So I'm going to say, hi, I'm Tim Slade. And I think I'd like to add a subtitle here. So what I'm going to do is insert some text. I'll just click to add it. And it puts it down here, but you can actually move it. So I'm going to take this little handle here and move it up there. And I'm going to say, I help people design beautiful. Nope. E-learning. I'm horrible at spelling, right? Let's fix that. Beautiful e-learning. And I want to center that. All right. Now that doesn't look all that great yet. I mean, that text is too small. This is almost looking too big. So we can adjust our header. So there's header types. We can do a cover, which covers the whole front page. We can do a large banner. We can do just a regular banner, or we can do title only. In this case, I think I'm going to do a large banner because I want a nice big hero section. And before I replace the image, let's go ahead and let's adjust our text styles for our portfolio. So you'll notice here in the sidebar, we can insert different layouts, different elements like buttons, image carousels, etc., etc. We can add pages, and then we also have themes. The themes establishes the look and feel for our portfolio, and there's several built-in ones, but you can also create your own as well. So I'm going to try creating my own portfolio. I'll call this Tim's portfolio theme. We can add a logo and add a banner. So let me add my logo here. Let's upload it. I have a logo from my website, timslade.com. Where's my logo? Tim Slade's logo. There it is. Okay, we'll go and upload that. Now, as for the banner image is what's going to show up here. This is the default image. The banner image really, depending on what you do, this is really sets the whole tone for your website and your brand. And if I were to go to my website, if I could actually go to timslade.com, you'll see my hero section. My banner is kind of this image with this blue background. And that's what I like, but you can do whatever you want. I'm going to show you how I do something like this, and I'm going to do something slightly different because I'll be honest with you, I've had this blue background for years and years and years, and I'm kind of over it. So I always like to find photos like this from pexels.com. And let's search for something like, I don't know, computer design. We could search like graphic design. Yeah, let's do graphic design. And the challenge in finding a hero image or a banner image is you want to find something that is not too busy. You want to find something that you can easily put text on top of, and it's not going to conflict visually. So I like this image. Where is it? Right here. This one's good. There's some space there. And they'll show us some other ones here. That might be good. That could be something interesting with that one. Yeah, I'm going to go with this image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my banner image in PowerPoint. So we have a PowerPoint. Create a blank presentation here. And we'll do a blank layout. I'm going to paste that image in here. And let me check something on my end real quickly. All right. Let me come back to PowerPoint here. And so I want to create this as my hero image, but I want it to have sort of a color overlay. And so this is something you can do in PowerPoint really easily. So I have this image here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a shape on top of it. It's going to be exactly the same size. And I am going to turn off the outline. And I want this to have some sort of subtle gradient, if you will, for the overlay. I've been into gradients lately. And I'm going to go to a website I use called UI Gradients. It's uigradients.com. And it provides all of these, if I go to show all gradients, it provides all of these interesting different gradient styles that you can pick from. I like this one. This blue one's nice. We're going to go with something like this. I like this. Actually, let's go back here. I like that one, but I feel like this one's a little bit cleaner. I like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this. These colors here. And here are the hex codes for those. But I'm just going to paste this into PowerPoint. And I'm essentially going to recreate that gradient in PowerPoint. So for my shape fill, I'll go to gradients and I will do more gradients. And I'll get my little gradient panel here. And I'm going to do a gradient fill. And I'm going to use these little sliders to create this gradient. And there's really 3 colors in here. There's this blue, there's this purple, and there's this pink. So for this first color, I'm going to change it using my eyedropper here. And I'm going to select that blue color. Okay, you'll see that's up there. I don't need this stop. I'm going to delete it, and I'll move this one here to the middle. And we'll change this one, more colors. And we will do purple. There we go. And our final color will be this pink one here. Over there. All right, there's our gradient. Now I can get rid of that screenshot. So we have our gradient here. And I need to change the direction of it. So I'm going to make it go from left to right to that blue to that pink color, right? So we have the gradient now built out in PowerPoint. Now to make this look like an overlay, what we need to do is I'm going to actually send this shape with the gradient to the back. Send it to the back so it's sitting behind my image now. And what I'm going to do here with my image is I'm actually going to turn it to black and white. So I'm going to turn down the saturation. And I'm going to adjust the picture transparency and make it slightly transparent. And I'm going to go all the way up to like, let's do like 90% transparent. And there we go. We have that image with a cool color overlay. Easy peasy. Okay. So what I'll do is I'm going to group these now. So we have them grouped. And I'm going to save them off as a picture on my desktop. We'll call this portfolio hero. Save it to my desktop. And I'm going to save it as a JPEG. PNGs are larger. JPEGs tend to be more web friendly. So I'll save that as a JPEG. And I'll minimize that. Okay, so I'm going to close out. Actually, I'll leave this open so I can reference these numbers. Okay, so now we're back here to Google Sites. So we said Tim's portfolio theme, added my logo. Now let's add that banner image. I'm going to upload that. And from my desktop, I have my portfolio hero there. Very good. Open that. Next. All right, color palette. So what colors do we want? This is a great example where you could pick one of these, but I'm going to create my own custom color palettes. These colors will be used throughout your site. You can change them and how they're used later. So I think I'm going to use these. Let's see if I can just copy this. There we go. Copy it. And does that work? No, did not work. Okay, let's do this. Copy. Paste. Let's try it one more time. Okay, 12C 2E9. 12C 2E9. There we go. I have to do it manually, I guess. C47 1ED. C47 1ED. Hey, did it. And then we'll do F64 F59. F64 F59. Was that right? F64 F59. Yeah, here we go. Okay, good. Next. All right, so we did colors. Now let's do fonts for the theme. So when you're picking fonts for your website, this is just general typography 101. What you want to do is you want to pick fonts that are contrasting. So if you want to do something decorative for your heading font, maybe something like a script-like font, you want to do something modern and simple for your body font. Or if you do something, say you use a really modern header font, maybe a serif font for your body font, right? So for the title, I want to pick something clean and modern. And I've always enjoyed this Comforta font. And so why don't we do that? I'm going to do Comforta bold as my heading, titles and headings, and then body font. Why don't we do, I like open. Oh, this one's kind of cool. Yeah, Nunito extra light. I like that. All right, so let's create the theme. And once you create your theme, what it does here in a moment, there we go. It applies it to your website. Now, see, I put my logo in here, added my text here, or the font styles. And let's see here. One of the things you can do with your header here is there's an option to adjust for readability. I don't think I need that. I like the bright color, so I'm going to leave that on. The other thing you want to do is upload your favicon. The favicon is this little logo that comes up here in the tabs. It's just a good thing to do for branding. I have one of mine. Let me find it here. TimSlade.com, Tim Slade's logo icon. Well, we can do the white one. We'll do this one. There we go. And that'll put that up there. Navigation. Okay. So how do we want our navigation? So it determines whether we want it to, okay, so at the top it's clear, after scrolling it turns black. So if I scroll here, I have nothing to scroll to. Let's leave that black, but we might come back to that. And then components, what do we have down here? Style, oh, we have all sorts of things for buttons and colors and links. Okay, we'll come back to all of that. We don't have to worry about that right now. So we've created our theme. I don't need this text here. It won't remove the name there. I just want the logo there for my portfolio. One of the things you want to do is preview early and often. So I'm going to preview my portfolio here. It's just a page with a header. That looks pretty good. We go into the tablet-sized website or the mobile website, and it looks really, really good no matter which way I look at it. Although I do feel like this text could be a little larger. It's a title. Maybe we'll do, I don't know, 48. And then why don't we do this as a subheading? I like that. Can I reduce the space between that? Does not look like it. I cannot. Let's undo what I just did. Okay. And I think I'm going to get rid of the period there and the period here. And I'll make this a normal, like a statement. I help people find beautiful e-learning. All right, let's preview that. All right. I like that so far. That's a good start. Okay, so what do we do next? Well, after you get past the header, the next thing you want to focus in on is telling whoever your audience is, what it is you specialize in. There's a couple different ways you can do that. You can just show different links to your portfolio. You could do a bio with an image of yourself. It's really up to you. What I like to do if I go to my portfolio is I tell people what I can help them with. Tell them kind of my services or my specialties, right? So that's what I'll do down here. So I'm going to put 3 icons with text here, 3 images with text. And what are the 3 things that I'm really good at? So let's do e-learning development. I also do a video production. And why don't we do graphic design as our 3rd one? Okay. And I don't need these subtext down here, so I'm going to delete that. And maybe what I want after that is a call to action to go view my portfolio, right? I could put buttons. If I had dedicated pages for each of these sections, I could put learn more, learn more, learn more. In this case, I just want to send them to my portfolio. So what we'll do is we're going to add a button, and we're going to say check out. Let's do view my portfolio. And I don't have a portfolio page yet, so I'm just going to put in a dummy URL. And let's make this a little larger. Yeah. And I'm going to make this an outlined one, and then let's center it here. Can I move that there easily? Yes. Okay. So view my portfolio. Do I want it there? Okay. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it filled. I like the look and feel of that. Yeah. Okay. So the final section I'll do down here is maybe I'll put a bio of myself, right? And so that would be an image and text. So I'm just going to add this image and text here. And let me upload an image of myself real quickly. Find one here, photos of Tim. That's a good one. There we go. There I am. Oh, but it's cropping it a little bit. So let's just do this. Here we go. I like that. And let's just do about me. You don't have to do this. You could create your own dedicated about me page, which I've done before. But let's say we're just creating a simple website. So I'm going to put my bio there. This is from my current portfolio. And I'll type that in here. And maybe what I want to do, I don't know if I want a separator there or anything like that. No, I think that's pretty good. I like my little signature there. Could I insert that? Let's find out. Image, 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 image. Where can I just put an image? Here we go. Let's just do this. Can I just drag it there? No. It says insert an image. Okay, let's just try uploading it, see what happens. I have my signature. Where is it? Tim signature. There we go. Is this it? I have to sync it. That one won't work because it is white text, right? Yeah. I have one. There we go. All right, so I'm going to open that. Let's put that in, see what happens. There we go. It puts it down here. So maybe we'll make that a little smaller. And let's drag it here. See if I can do that. Oh, too big. No, can I just do the image? There we go. Uncrop. I don't want that cropped. There we go. Sometimes playing with the layout of these images adjusts things you don't want it to adjust, like the text, and you have to play around with it. So let's undo that. I don't want that so big. What happens if I just do that? Nope, it adjusts that whole thing. And that looks like something I can't do, but that's okay. I feel like I should be able to do this. Right? Come on. Keep it sexy. Oh, no, it ruined it. It was going to look really good. That's okay. We don't need my signature there. I could have put it below. I get rid of all the text too. There we go. Let's get rid of the image itself. Unless there's more. Replace image, alt text, crop. I don't want to crop it. I'll just delete the image. That's okay. So we have my bio here. Maybe I want this to be a little skinnier because it is taking up a little bit of space. Maybe like that. Okay, let's preview it. So Tim Slade. Maybe I need a header here. Tell them, like, what can I help you with? View my portfolio, about me. Yeah, let's do that. So let's add some text up here. Let's just do a text box here. What can I help you with? Question mark. We're going to center that. And let's make that a heading. I like that. And let's just pull that up here. Right there. I like that. Good. I feel like this about me is really big, so maybe I'll make that a heading as well. So it's more in line with the rest of the text there. That looks good to me. Okay. So what about these? How do you want to represent what it is that you do? Well, I don't know. I'm a big fan of using icons. I've done that on my website. You can use images. I've been using a couple different websites lately. What is the one I'm thinking of? I have storyset.com and what is the other one? It's not UI. Oh, I just did a video on it. What is it? Undraw.co. What I like about these websites, Undraw.co and storyset.com, is it offers these really simple graphics that you can customize in all sorts of interesting ways. And you can make them match your branding, and you can adjust the complexity of them. And so, for example, let's say, let's just search computer and see what comes up. Okay, so e-learning development. That could represent e-learning development, right? What I like about these is you have different styles you can choose from. Make them match your branding. I like this. That's really cool. It's kind of this isometric image. Looks very similar to what I think one of the portfolio samples that were shown earlier. And I like that. Let's go with the isometric ones. I like that. And what you can do is you can change the color, you can adjust the complexity, you can turn things on and off, and then you can download it as a PNG or SVG. You can even animate it, which is kind of cool. I'll randomize it and you can see how those animate. I'm not going to do anything animated right now. Let's just change the color. And I want the color to match this blue color that I've been using. Let's say that's the main color. That's over here. I'm going to pull that from here. Okay, and let's change the color here. Hopefully that just works. Get rid of that extra thing. There we go. Okay. Oh, nope, I'm on Undraw. Let's go back to StorySet. Hex code V. Okay. Delete all that. Actually, there we go. There's the color. So we're going to say this is our e-learning development image. So I'll download the PNG. And that's good. So that's Amico. I'm going to remember that style because I'm going to pick other ones in that same style. So what was the next one? Video production. Let's do video. And another isometric image. I like this one. That's representative of video. It's already the isometric style. Change the background color or the accent color. I like that. Let's download the PNG. And then let's do, what's the last one? Graphic design. See what comes up. I kind of like that. I like this. Let's choose this one. Let's see what else there is. I kind of like that. But none of my other images have people in it, so I'd like to find something without people in it. You know what? We'll go with this one. I like it. It matches the other ones I've selected or I've downloaded. Good. Download that PNG. Okay. So let's go back to our portfolio. Now, e-learning development, video production, graphic design. Let's put some images in there. Upload, e-learning development, downloads. There's my eLearning development icon. I like that. Let's upload our video production icon. Look at that. And upload our graphic design icon. Look at that. These look similar. This one doesn't. That's another thing you need to do. You have to look at the images and go, do they match? This one doesn't seem to match these two. So let's see if I can find something in this style to match this one. Okay. Let's see here. There's that. I could spend a lot of time doing this. That one kind of does. Let's just search computer. That's my video production one, is it not? Yeah. Okay. I already pulled that one. That one's close. I'm going to open it, though. This one, not too close. Kind of like this. These are all in that style. That's in that style. I like that. Let's see what we have here. Okay, that's clearly not a good one. Report. This one, it could be a stretch. It's more graphic design than anything, but we could remove the character, couldn't we? Yes, we could. Website. What would it look like with the character gone? That looks okay. That's not too much like eLearning, but it would match the style, right? If you tell somebody it's eLearning, they'll assume it is. They'll just accept that meaning to it. So let's go back here. These are both, okay, yeah. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take this one. Let's change the color. It's not perfect, but it'll work for now. Okay, downloaded. Great. Let's go back to the website. Let's change this one out. Replace image, upload. Okay, which one did I just do? Online document, that's fine. There we go. Now they're all kind of in the same style. They're a little chunky. They're big, right? But, I could adjust them if I wanted them to be a little bit smaller. But I'll leave them as is for now. All right. That looks pretty good so far. Let's preview it. So maybe this is the front page of my portfolio. Hi, I'm Tim Slade. I help people design beautiful e-learning. What can I help you with? Here are the 3 things. Check out my portfolio. I like that. About me. Very good. Let's go do a portfolio page now. So I'm going to X out of my preview. And we're going to go to our Pages tab here. We're going to add a new page. This is going to be Portfolio. And I don't need to do a custom path. There we go. Here's our portfolio page. Now, the beauty of creating your own theme is it automatically applies the header, keeps everything consistent, which is really nice, so that you don't have to think too much about redesigning everything that we did, right? Okay, so in terms of the portfolio, I like to keep portfolio pages really simple. I mean, if I go to my website and I go find my portfolio, it's going to be under here. I have some content about, what I think is good e-learning, and then I have each item, and you can learn more and check it out. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think it's important to keep it simple so that your portfolio is scalable. And so I like keeping portfolio pages as like an image on the left, text on the right, with a button for somebody to learn more. Or you could do a stack of images with buttons. Why don't we do this? Let's do 2 on 2, like that, right? With images, you can give it a name. And then you don't need this last text. We'll just put buttons down there. So let me add those buttons so that I can probably just duplicate it. So we'll say learn more, or let's do check it out. That's more fun. Check it out. I don't have a link yet, so we'll just do dummy link. Insert. And let's put this button in here, right there. That's good. Can I just duplicate this? No, I cannot. So that's okay. We will add another button. it out. Dummy URL. Let's throw that one in here. There we go. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll put an image of the portfolio item and then give it a title. So I'm just going to pull some examples from my own portfolio. So let's start with this one. GoDaddy call center call opening e-learning. So I'm just going to save this image off and let's save that to my desktop. Type that here. E-learning. What's the next one? We have website security e-learning. Right. And for the images, I will save that off as well. And like I said, before, you can create some really nice mock-ups for your portfolio examples. It's a great way to showcase the look and feel of your content. So I'll upload an image here. Did I save it to my desktop? Where did I save it? There we go. Okay. And upload one here. There's that. And the beauty of this layout is it's scalable. And what I mean by that is once you have more portfolio items, you just duplicate the whole block, right? And then replace the images with whatever you want. So for example, I'll do a couple more here. Let's do how to cook a turkey. Oops, not open that image. Let's do save images, desktop. Call this how to cook a turkey. And we'll do this next one. That's dealing with angry customers. And we'll put that text, this one in here. So let me save those off. So let's put those images in here. Replace, upload. And what is this one? How to cook a turkey. Good. I like that. And let's replace this image as well. A couple clicks to get to it. Replace image, upload. And we are going to do our, what is it? Dealing with angry customers. Did I not save it? Oh, here it is. Okay, very good. And maybe you want to have a call to action down here, right? So maybe it's going to be a text section. Let's do something like this. Let's do a text box. Let's say, ready to get to work, right? Maybe ready for people to work to you. And let's do this as, I do not like any of those backgrounds. Let's do our banner image as a background. Right, I like that. And let's make this, oops, we do not want that. Let's make this a heading. Let's center it. And let's add a button to it. Contact me page yet, so I'll just put in a dummy link. And let's throw that in there like that. And I don't want that button to look like that because that's hard to see. So we'll do outlined. Ooh, can we edit that? No, it doesn't look that awesome, does it? I don't like that. Let's do. I'll have to play with that some more. Okay, either way though, we have our portfolio page established, okay? So let's go back to our home page. I'll click there, and we want to link this, view our portfolio. So this is going to link to our portfolio, so I'll update that. And we have our portfolio link up here. We could add additional pages for About Me, Contact, etc., etc. Now if we go to the portfolio page, we have these. So let's do one more page before we wrap up of how you would showcase your portfolio. So I'm going to create another page, and this time it's going to be a sub page for this portfolio. And we will do this as add a sub page. We'll call this call center e-learning. Okay, so there's that. And it's the same thing. Now, there's so many different ways you can build portfolio pages, and so many people get obsessed with what should they put in their portfolio page. Ultimately, it depends on the type of things you want to highlight in your portfolio. For me, the things I highlight in my portfolio are the visual design and development aspects of my work. And so you see an image, there's actually a video here that I put in mine to give a little bit of an overview of the course, I have some text, I highlight the details, tools, and skills, and I do screenshots because I'm trying to illustrate my work in Articulate Storyline or Rise in the visual design aspects. Other people, you might want to illustrate your instructional design skills. So maybe you write out a case study. It's completely up to you. What I recommend is find a template or a layout that's easily replicable so that you, as you add more portfolio items, you have to recreate them every single time. You already have a template. And all my portfolios are laid out this way. So for example, if I were to replicate this in Google Sites, we will insert this image and text layout. And I don't know if I can put a video here. I wonder if I can put a video. Ooh, I can. I can embed YouTube. Let's embed a YouTube. I'm going to copy link address and let's do YouTube. And we're going to YouTube that. There we go. Embed it. Fantastic. Okay, about this project. Should that be capitalized? No, I'm not sure. We will do that. I don't want this as a title. I'm going to do this as a heading so it doesn't contrast visually with that. And I'm going to close some of these tabs here that I don't need. Okay, so here's the text. I usually provide really brief explanations of my portfolio items, so I'll paste that in there. Very good. That's good. Okay. If I wanted this video to be larger, I believe I can make it larger. Maybe I want it to be like that. Yeah, I like that layout. A little cleaner. Okay, so we have that. Then we have some details about the about the project, the tools, the skills. Okay, so let's recreate that. So we're going to do these 3 blocks like that. But I'm going to get rid of these images, so I'll delete the images. And I wonder if I can change the background. I wish they just had a gray. It's based on my style though, right? I wish I could just change it really easily, but it's not going to allow me to. Oops, I got rid of something I didn't want to get rid of. Okay, that's okay. So it's going to be, what was it? Details, tools, skills. Details, tools, skills. Okay. We have type, custom e-learning development, client, date, right? So we'll do type, client, it was GoDaddy, date, we'll say 2017, right? And maybe I want to, let's see what it looks like, left justified, not just that, all of it. Okay, isn't that going to do it? Let's try that one more time. There we go. Yeah, I like it like that. I could even if I wanted to, even though I don't think bullets would look good here. They don't look bad. Yeah, and maybe, to add some visual hierarchy, I can bold these items here. Okay. Tools. What tools did I use? Articulate Rise, Adobe Illustrator. That's not how you spell Illustrator. That's okay. We're going to make this left justified. Bullet point it. There we go. And what skills did I use? Instructional design, e-learning development, graphic design. And these things might seem obvious, but nice about including these things is they actually help with your search engine optimization. It tells Google what this is all about, right? And that's a good thing. Okay, so I wonder real quickly, I'm just going to see something. I want to see what happens if I put in a divider. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I don't hate it. It kind of helps break up the space. I just want to see if there's different types of dividers. Oh, I don't know what I just did. No, doesn't look like there are. Okay, so for the next item, what do we want to do? We can do an image carousel. We can do a stack of images. It's really up to you, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. So I could do a stack of images like that. What does image carousel do? I don't think I want that. So let's do, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, let's just do 4 images. And I don't need the text here, so I'm going to get rid of the text blocks here. And again, this is not the only way you have to do a portfolio. You can include as much details as you want. Let me just save some of these images to my computer. Desktop. Save images. Desktop. Okay. And let's go put those images in here. We'll just do 4 of them. We'll do this one. Nope, I already have that one. We'll do this one. We will do upload. This one. Nope, this one. Maybe what we'll do it in stacks of 4. So what if I just did this and this? Does that automatically reflow? It does not. So let's delete that. Actually, I don't like that. Let's do image like this, because then I think it'll make those images look a little bit better. So let's upload an image. Do that one. There we go. Doesn't look cropped that way. That's not where I wanted to go upload my image. And we'll do that one. And then I could just duplicate this whole block. And if I wanted to replace these, I will replace those real quickly. And I'll put in a couple more real quickly here. We'll do that one. Okay, there we go. I like that. And then again, I could do that call to action, ready to get to work, down there at the bottom, right? But I've created a simple portfolio page. Let's preview it. Okay, let's go to the home page. So we have our home page. Look at me, what I do. Let's go to my portfolio. It has the item here in the list. I could do that, go straight to it. Here's that video. The work I've done, images, that's fantastic. And even these, they're not clickable, but I think you can make them clickable. And it's mobile responsive, so it looks great even on a mobile device. You don't have to do any work to make it look great. Here's what it looked like on an iPad, and of course on a computer. Excuse me. All right, I think I'm going to stop there. The whole point is keep it simple, play around with Google Sites, see what you can do with it, right? And then as you build your portfolio, whether it's in Google Sites or a different tool, find layouts that are easily replicable so that as you grow your portfolio, you can just throw things in there. Because I cannot begin to tell you how many times I have not built or updated my portfolio because it was so much effort to update it. But once you have a simple format that you can easily update and scale, then it becomes much easier to add additional portfolio items. All right. And even if you don't plan on using Google Sites, if you need to get started, it's something you can create really quickly. I mean, I spent maybe 30 minutes doing this, right? All right. Thank you so much for attending this month's Community Challenge recap. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon if you'd like to get alerted when I publish other videos like this. And of course, I'll put links in the description for where you can check out all the submissions for this month's Community Challenge. And if you want to participate, and of course, I'll be posting November's Community Challenge here very shortly. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.